hit the recording. Welcome everyone from Forexia Academy, my community. Everyone's here. I want to welcome everyone, and today I'm going to go over, as you all probably know, it's not the today the way market is behaving. It's not giving us any setup. It's that day that usually market turns. We stay away. Well, I'm staying away for the past 2 days, and well, market gonna do what it does. Just you have to find the best setup for yourself. So there is not much of a setup today. I'm going to go over every single analysis or any trading talk in a specific pair or had in any of these groups that played out or didn't. And we are gonna go and see, well, basically, especially in the trade that is in front of your eyes right now, a lot of people were asking me, hey, what happened? Did you start following trends and stuff? Because this really looks like a trend line, basically trade. And I know, but I don't care. And I'm going to explain you guys why. Basically, the question that people ask is which trap you look first. And that's the reason I'm trying to go through this session today with this topic. So I teach you about there is no number one trap, number two trap, number three, and which one is first. Do I have to look for resistance trap first or support? Do I have to look for trend trap or zones trap? Trend line break and retest first or trend line retest first? And the truth is there is no first and second. It's about the liquidity in the market, guys. It's about what you are seeing in front of your eyes and what candles basically telling you. All right. Now, to really quickly take a look at macro on this pair, this was basically super easy for me to identify a very bullish momentum that started in basically almost around February 2020. They went for a bullish run, came back down, and then new momentum basically started. So anybody in the chat here, this is first thing I want to ask anybody in the chat in here thinking about bearish momentum in this macro analysis. Anybody sees the signs of price going down? Please let me know in the chat if you see any sell reason in here. And if you see, please let me know what it is. Okay, in the chat it comes up no, no, and no. It's so it's good. You all agree that this is a bullish scenario. So we go to lower time frame now, which is 30 minutes is my favorite. Let's see it the way I was seeing at the very start. So I have you can see this black one is our macro bullish trend line. And by the way, I'm not drawing it to say, oh, tap the trend line and I want to buy. It's just to see. It's just to believe that this is a macro uptrend, basically. So I'm looking at it like this. My bias is up and it's bullish due to the macro trend. Now, that doesn't mean go and buy anywhere you could. That means find the greatest trap in line with your macro analysis. Okay? And this is regular EMAs. The DMA already was bullish to us and was giving a buy signal, wasn't even broken. Okay? So I'm talking about, since we have people who don't have access to DMA in this session right now, I'm just telling you that you don't have to have DMA in order to find where this pair is going. Trap is your friend right here. However, DMA will make your life much easier, that you don't even have to go to higher time frame and see what macro trend you are. DMA will tell you that what is the macro direction. Okay, so just before I come to here, I want to bring your attention to what happened in the last week when zone was created, and it was basically a trap zone. And I want to show you how market makers play off a zone where retail trader believe that's an important zone. Now let's check if that's actually a great zone. Notice here. Notice here. So this zone, I need to gain your answer, guys. Do you believe this was a zone that retail trader would consider as a, I don't know, support resistant, an important zone, a key area, whatever they want to call it? Can you guys see this is a great zone? All right, great, thank you guys. So you can see previous week basically same thing happened. Price is in bullish momentum. They create a trap for sellers, induce them, and finally push to their way. And another notice that you have to do right here. Okay, I get back to here for you later. Just pay attention to this right now and we'll see why it's important. Now we're seeing this. I was seeing this at the moment when I was sending this analysis. First touch, basically start of the Monday. Second touch, end of the Monday. Third one, Tuesday, didn't break the high. And also no stop hunt, no wick, nothing that basically indicates a stop hunt to the high. It just shows a respect to the zone. And if I was seeing any sort of wick or stop hunt to the high, then my analysis would be stay away, because my macro is bullish. I'm not selling it. I'm only looking for buy. But now because it's not broken, I can see a lot of retail trader seeing it as a resistant. Plus, if you're going to a really lower time frame like 5 minutes, you can find a head and shoulder that is actually there. At the same time, there is a pattern called triple top where retail trader look for it, and they basically wants to take a reversal when that happen. Okay, so let me just give me a second. Let me drop one of these, and then we can go and add one RSI if you wish. Okay, now what am I doing? What's happening? GBP using RSI? No, hell no, I'm never gonna use that. Just want to show you another example. This is something that basically I discovered pretty new, and I don't even have time to go ahead and really hack this for now. I had planned to go in this weekend, but I don't have really the time, so I'm actually going to give it away, guys. Just go and search and find what you can find using this. You can see the resistance here. One of the retail confirmation usually is divergence. When they see price doesn't make lower low or higher high or whatever, but it does make it in the indicator. So you can see a pretty good divergence, which in line with that head and shoulder, in line with the basically triple top, in line with everything I talked about, this is another confluences for them to sell. And that's when I looked at here and I said, that was literally a fake cross that was respected whole Asian session only to grab the liquidity. This is probably just like that, because this is like pretty clean. This can't happen like this. There is no coincidences, guys. You know, these are the real market data that you can see and you can make your decision based off it. And when you see all these confirmation all together, then you know what to do. So that's why I predicted a touch to the resistance, push back, to trap people one last time and then go for the liquidity zone or liquidity basically. And you can see a perfect retest and reject to resistance. Another engulfing, push back the price, respect DMAs. We have EMAs. We have a ECR, and any of these also was re-entry for you. My original entry was right here. Saw this got in with 15 pips stop loss, and look how accurate was that take profit. A key level of 0.90. Price literally hit that, and because I gave already the 0.90, I quickly send an update to close your position, take profit right here, and you can see they literally come back. And that's something you should learn from. If you ever looking for a reversal, but the zones and candles are behaving the way that retail trader will see reversal as well, if you can't find when and how they are gonna get a stop hunted, at least just wait for that stop hunt. Don't start selling here. You got to start selling up here if you really want to be that trap trader, which I am a trap trader, but I don't take setup like this. This is a perfect what the money do. So resistance became support and formation drop. Now it getting close to a sell entry, but again, our macro is bullish, so I'm not selling. Okay, now that it comes to a sell situation, I'm just gonna watch. I'm not gonna short it. I'm only gonna wait for the time that there is a buy coming, buy setup. All right, so everybody I understood why an exact reasoning I bought this pair, because I got lots of questions about this. Like literally when I send this, I got like 5 messages right away that, oh, I'm thinking sell, you know. All right, great. Now next trade that we had was Euro JPY start of the week. Perfect setup, perfect risk to reward, absolutely no drawdown in both of these trades. Not even on this one. You can see before I put my stop loss here, I was in profit. And same thing in here. Great trade. 1 to 19 risk to reward by hitting take profit. And it was pretty obvious how, again, we're gonna go up to here. So if you come to this macro, you can see basically that's a what the money do trap in a daily time frame. The support became resistant. They stayed there. It looks a little messy, I know. So that's why we're going to go back to 30 minutes so I can explain it to you. Academy members already know why, so I'm going to make it quick. This is the original zone, acted as support. Broken, work down here. That's the first seller's trap below this zone in a macro level. And then price basically come up, create that new trend, come to this zone, break it one more time, and then goes to a wedge formation, break out to the down, another seller's trap, came up, hit the trend line, and the zone failed to break it. Consolidation almost end of Friday, stayed in there all the way to Sunday, Monday, all the way to New York session, they stayed below trend line. So I told this, I think, I don't know how many times, pay attention to consolidation, where price is consolidating and who is getting trapped. It's super clear that sellers are getting trapped. Consolidation is right below trend line, right below resistance. And guess what we have? ECR right here. A perfect ECR from Friday. Consolidation in Monday didn't make them cross back, and also most of the candles are respecting it. That's why I'm getting with 10 pip and got out in I actually had different positions, but the overall 1 to 19 played out. Now a lot of you guys that are not used to the way I trade might get salty of 1 to 19 and be like, that's a lie. Ask my students because we literally called it for them. Okay, 1 to 19, 1 to 20, it's literally at least once a week happens. Like, it's, if you be really selective on your entries, I promise you at least 2 times a month you're gonna have a 1 to 20 risk to reward, like easily. Yesterday gold could give you 1 to 20. Shane, my student, got it, so you can, right? That's about Euro JPY. Since I already explained it in another webinar, I'm not gonna stay here. The next trade is a loss actually. I had this analysis for UCAT, didn't send this to my students, and also didn't even trade it myself. I was in Euro JPY for this Monday, was going pretty good, so I didn't even bother getting into this one, but this was good too. Now, one of the reason I chose to go for Euro JPY was the cross of moving averages and retest was much cleaner than this. This was almost last minute cross that you could get it, and if you put your take profit low of previous week or low of the Monday, you would be, take profit would be hit pretty good. 170 pip, that's almost 1 to 10 too. But again, I didn't got this into this trade. The trade I got into was actually this one, which I sold. I thought this gonna be a daily structure right here with a stop hunt to the upside with London session and formation, and price was getting into that down momentum again, and this was the reason I started selling it. I sold it right here. It went into profit for about 35 pip. Our stop loss wasn't even more than 15 pips. So we already went to break even when price was around here, and then it completely reversed against us. Hit us at break even, so no loss really here. Even if you lost, it's okay. You could have get your money back here, but pay attention that every entry that I take, I want to see that perfect rejection. And this was just a retest. I don't like that, just retest. I can't trust it. And so I'm not going to get into this one too. So that's about the loss on US dollar Canadian. And the last one, GBP USD. Now this one played almost exactly as I wanted. The only thing that didn't play out was the last stop hunt to 1.23 key level right here. And I'm gonna explain you why this didn't really come to the level. Okay, this is a lot of you guys might don't know. Okay, first of all, why did I know this is going down? Starting from last week webinar where we had here, we basically, due to break of these zones and trapping sellers down here, I was kind of sure also right here, almost end of Friday, they pushed one last time. People could freak out and get in and stay in the trade, hoping for this gap, which comes back on them. But we knew that sellers are starting to see, getting into traps. So we knew they're going to come up. Waited on Monday, price literally just pushed up. So my analysis, well, my knowledge and my experience was telling me that due to different kind of zone around here, high of Monday will not going to work like always as a Tuesday reversal because it's really close to the zones that retail trader have. For that reason, if market wants to add buyers in the market, they have to bust through all these zones they created when they were coming down. So that was the first. This you can see. I wanted to see consolidation, stop hunt to the basically averages, break the zone, retest it, break the next zone, consolidate there, and now if I put it here, which is when I actually had the session and I had the prediction here, you can see first retest perfectly, hit the level and basically the trend line, trap sellers for almost a day. Let's give you the exact time. Trap sellers for 13 hours. 13 hours of trap, and then price suddenly pushed through the zone and trend line. So now both zones and trend lines are broken. Pay attention that I wanted to see this before it's happening. I'm not telling you. Again, the students are here. You can ask them in the chat if someone is not, in the community, if you're not sure if I'm telling you the truth or not. This is not something I draw after it happened. This is my expectation, and this is how it played out. So I wanted to see trend line and these zones broken, retested in order for buyers to get in the market. And I wanted to see this last push right here to this level. I wanted to see 1.23, and that's why I didn't sell this pair at all, because I wanted to see this price basically hit. So after price trapping people, and pay attention how they give hope in that consolidation time, they keep giving hope that this trend line is retested and they are going up until they actually go down. Come back to the channel, sellers got added to the market again, stop hunted. So the fact that price didn't come up here, why it didn't come up? Why the key level here wasn't met? I want to see who can answer me on the chat. Why this key level wasn't hit? What was the problem for? No, not a spread manipulation. No. What was the problem? What would happen if market maker would touch 1.23? They had the liquidity they need. That's kind of true, but another reason. Because retail TP, no, already got stop losses got taken. They will release people that have been trapped. That's not bad. More sellers will come up. Well done. Bijo is right. Bijo is exactly right. Miles is right. He says sell limits. Anybody who says if price, see, a lot of people just like me, I was the reason. It's actually made me happy, although I missed it. But I remember Mark English, my mentors. By the way, always give credit to anybody who teach you anything. Mark English, my mentor, told me once that if market maker see that, let's say they want to go down, but there is a lot of sellers in this area, okay? So market maker is trapping buyers, but if they come here, they're gonna be bunch of sellers to the market that will make them trap even more buyers. So if they don't touch this, they're gonna basically orders for me. I had a sell limit 1.23. So by them not coming to 1.23 right here, they will not activate a lot of sellers, so they don't have to give profit to me. You got it? Yes, exactly. That's why you hear retail saying my limit got missed by 1 pip. But I need everybody to let me know in the chat if it's clear. So there was a lot of liquidity in this level that wasn't worth it for market maker to come up here. If they would see this price, then you had to see couple more days of consolidation. They didn't want to do that, so they was like, they said, okay, fuck it, we're not gonna go 1.23, let's go down. In the meantime, we're gonna trap them as a buy along the way. And you see, that's why they are moving super slow. That's why they're not moving like this, because when they trap people right here, they just push it down. Those candles forming that you like, oh my god, GPG just died. You know, when you see those things, there was a clear trap. When you see smaller movements, that means they have to trap people along the way. That was a pretty good one. And that's pretty much it, guys. That was all the setups I had today and this week. Not much of a setup for me compared to other weeks. I had a lot of less trades, but I was very much more selective. And that was the reason. And not only I made much more profit in terms of percentage, I had a 1 to 19, 1 to 5, 1 to 2 on GU buy here. Not only I had a great return on my risk, but also a great win ratio where I had only one basically break even, one loss on Bitcoin, and the rest was profit. So I want to advise everybody that, you know, pay attention to win rate and risk to reward. All right, guys, thank you so much for being in the session. I hope it helped you guys in any way, from key levels to traps, or even just taking moving averages, or just the mindset. As long as I can have a little bit of impact into your trading and help you become a better trader compared to yesterday, I did what I came here for. I decided to give you guys all reasoning that I had for this analysis, so you can actually do the exact same thing with us. Thank you again, guys, and we'll see you guys later. Peace out.